Alright then, hang on a minute, let me just quickly sort this audio. And then see if I can actually be heard on the Twitch. If anyone's in the chat, just let me know if I can be heard alright, and then we'll get going straight away. Here today for DCD, of course, but welcome in. It's good to see you all here today. Just let me know if you can hear me alright, and then we'll get going. Yeah, perfect. Right, okay. Welcome everybody, and welcome back, of course. This time out, it is DCD, of course, as always, but this time it is round 2 here in Canada, as you can see. And welcome along to the 8 people that we have here in the chat today. It's nice to see you. It's looking a little bit more than we normally do today, so that is very nice indeed. But now 11 people in the chat. It's good to see it going up. Welcome in, everybody. I am very glad to have you here. I hope today's going to be a good race. It should very well be. There's 12 people then here today. And, of course, as you can see on the track out here in Canada. One big thing I'd like to say... Oh, as he hits the wall. One big thing that I'd like to say is... well, my voice... is basically, when it comes up to the Grand Prix, everybody, please do not ready up before you are told. Please just wait, do your setups, do what you got to do, and then once told, then you can ready up, and then yeah, we can get into it. Because if you ready up beforehand, we are gonna have to restart, and if it happens twice, I believe you get booted from the league. So you don't want that happening here today. So welcome along everybody on the track then, as Drizzle in the Mercedes goes fastest. Stream boy, to be honest with you mate, I don't really remember who you are. If I've blocked you, I'm sorry. I've actually cannot remember. But yeah, welcome along to everybody. There's 8 people in the chat at the moment. I hope you're all having a brilliant day. As you can see, there isn't any stream graphics because my stream recently hasn't been working too great, so what we are going with here for DCD at the moment is just streaming through the Xbox. It will just be raw footage, no graphics. It will just be my voice with the commentary for you, of course, which should be all that matters really. Hopefully it's still going to be okay for you today. It's Taser with a 1 minute 12.250 over the line for him there, and not a bad time for the Red Bull. I mean, he is 2 seconds down from Drizzle, but we'll see where the drivers can get themselves towards the end of this session. Marcel with a beautiful time. It's a 1 minute 9.3 here in qualifying, and I mean, that's not too bad at all, is it, for that man right there. I did see earlier on in the Discord that there's somebody that has picked up a qualifying ban for not doing the race poll. So I'm going to quickly see who that is. I don't know if they're here actually, but we'll see anyway. So we've got, he's just called 33333. I've got no idea who he is. Never mind then. But qualifying ban for that man, if he does end up coming, he's called Esro in the game, which I don't think he's here today. No, he isn't. But people that are here, everybody, is Marcel, Drizzle, Taser. We've got is it Dane is it Dane Carrison or Dane? Oh no, Dane Carls. I didn't see the L. Carlson. We've got Eagle. We've got Floyd, Pink, Nike, Harry Bobs, XJB, Marco, Chuck Norris, and Bramble. We've got a lot of the originals here at the moment, but 4 people with times on the board so far here in Canada. It's a lovely track to be commentating on. You've got to always love Canada. It's always good for the action, so hopefully today will be good. We've got 12 people, and yeah, I think today could be a very nice day of racing for the second round of this season, which is very exciting indeed, isn't it? The first few rounds always have a lot of hype around them, of course, with it being a new league, especially the first round, to be fair. The first round is always very much hyped up, and I mean, sometimes with a new league, doesn't always live up to the hype because things can go very bad. But you know what I mean? It's very fun indeed for the first and second rounds. But who is out on the track then? Sorry about that, I didn't get the track map up and the rest of it. Out on the track is Chuck Norris at this moment in time. That man heading through the first sector then here in Canada. Coulson in the Ferrari. And at the moment, P7, it's 1 minute 12.7. It's not a bad time, but at the moment, compared to what we've got, it isn't great at all. Can this man improve then? 7th place is best for the Ferrari. He makes his way down then towards the end of this lap. Can it be any better than last position on the grid at the moment? Into the final corners then, into the pit lane. Never mind, no better time for Coulson then on this lap around. Marco is out there but invalidated. Nike is on a flying lap, was 4.7 down on the previous time. I think, 3/10 up in the first sector. Go on, Nike in the McLaren. This man pushing to the limit in his McLaren. Can he go any faster on this lap around? 3rd place is what he's done so far. It's not so bad at all, is it, for that man on the track at this moment in time in the McLaren, pushing and pushing his teammate Harry Bobs down in P10. This man in 3rd position. He's doing very well for himself indeed, and only 300ths of a second slower than Drizzle in 2nd place. Nike heads down then towards the end of the lap, who head into the Wall of Champions here in Canada. To the right hand side he heads. He throws that car into it and it responds just like he asks of it. The DRS is activated. Nike over the line. Is it an improvement? Yes, it is. Nearly 7/10 of a second. That is huge for Nike. And what a time. It's 2nd place for the McLaren. That is a good time indeed. It's a very good effort for that man right there. But what a time from Nike, really, really was. I'm going to say 9 people in here today. We don't normally get a lot on the stream when it's live, so I appreciate you being here. It's very nice of you. If you could maybe want to, if you're in the pit lane, if you're not actually doing the lap, if you want to share the stream to anybody, you know, you are very more than welcome, because I'm going to do the exact same thing. See if we can get a few more watches in here today, everybody, for this absolutely brilliant league that it is. We've got to love it here at DCD. Just hang on a minute. Trying to switch over my Discord onto this other screen, but I've got my Xbox screen on over the top of it, so I couldn't see. Hang on. There we go. Right then, everybody, welcome back. So, 8 minutes and a half then to go in this session. Still 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Marcel is your quickest man out there on the track at this moment in time with 1 minute 9.306 on time so far. That is Nike. It's Nike in 2nd, Drizzle 3rd, Bramble 4, Chuck Norris in 5, Floyd Pink in 6, Marco 7, Taser 8, it's Coulson 9, Egil 10, Harry Bob's 11, and XJB down in 12. 8 people in the chat, and we've got Floydy in the chat. How you doing, mate? It's good to see you, Floyd. Thanks for being here. First time in the chat as well. So, yeah, very nice to have you here. It really is. As you are aware, you currently P6 on track at the moment. We've got a nice little showing in the stream chat today, I've got to say. And I do love the... I don't even know what the word is. The engagement in the chat today. It's very nice. People messaging. Very nice to see it. It really is. With 7 minutes to go, qualifying. If you've got any questions for me, feel free to ask. Once again, I'll say it again. This is a big one, by the way, so make sure you're listening. Once it comes up to the Grand Prix, everybody, make sure you do not ready up until you have been told to in the Discord. That is a big one. Please do not ready up before you have been told, else there will be consequences. I think first time you'll get something. If it happens for a second time, I think it's a lead ban. My Discord Papa Fernando. To be fair, mate, I did think it was you, but I wasn't too sure. I don't know. I don't think I did block you, did I? I can unblock you if you want. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realise. Um, yeah, that is absolutely my bad. I think. Are you the one that was always trying to get in the comms box with us? Me and Garrison. I think you were, weren't you? Look at this, everybody. 14 people joining at the moment. This is very nice. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'll unblock you, mate. I'll unblock you, and yeah, if you need anything, you can actually message me, because yeah, that's my bad. I didn't know I blocked you. Sorry about that. But yeah, here today then, 11 people left. Harry Bobs has retired from the session at this moment in time, but he will be starting from the back of the grid then, come the Grand Prix, which will be up next. Would have been very nice to have Garrison here today, actually, because of course the Canadian Grand Prix. I was the one where you actually rated my driving in GFM. Oh, that was biblical. What did you race in GFM? I mean, long live GFM, mate. It didn't go very long, but you know, unfortunate. Fair enough. Right then, on the track, qualifying. There shouldn't be too long left. I think probably about 4 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes to go, everybody, of this session. And like I mentioned, 11 people left. Ejo is the only driver yet to put a time on the board, and that man's in the pit lane as well. He's invalidated going around, so he must be struggling to get the times on the board that he needs at this moment in time. But as Carlson pulls to the left-hand side to let the Aston Martin of Flo Pink go through, we just await, see if there's any times going around the track. Chuck Norris is out there. I think maybe starting the lap this time around, because he's got 100% ERS saved up, 100% battery. And for Chuck Norris, one of the league owners, let's watch along then, shall we, on a ride-along lap with Mr. Chuck Norris to see what he has got in him to put a good lap on the board. Has he got anything in him to do a good time? P5, don't get me wrong, is very good indeed, but can he maybe break through that barrier, get any further up the order? He's up a set, I can't speak, 10th and a half in the first sector, so that's already 4th position. If he can do that, there is a bigger gap then between 4th and 3rd, but maybe this man can pull it back through the next 2 sectors. Chuck Norris pushing on them here in Canada, doing his absolute best. P5 is his best so far on time for qualifying. But as he absolutely gives it everything out of the hairpin and heading right down then towards the Wall of Champions, of course, the most well-known corner here in Canada, and the slipstream from the second to his teammate, the other Williams, down the straight of Marcel. Very good team play there as Chuck Norris throws it, he chucks it into the Wall of Champions. He handles it brilliantly, and over the line, it is P4. That is a nice time indeed. 3/10 improvement for Chuck Norris. That is very good indeed. 4th place, his teammates in first, and the 2 Williams have got a very nice position in this upcoming Grand Prix. That is very nice indeed. 3 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, of qualifying. Knight now coming out on an outlap. Drizzle stay in the pit lane, but coming out now, as you can see, the mechanic just letting him out of that pit lane. Chuck Norris, of course, on his in lap now. Harry Bob's ripped my game itself. I'm guessing it's not working very well, mate. Oh, rip my game, shat itself. Oh my, didn't see that. That's not good. Well, good luck, mate, for the Grand Prix coming up next. Right then, Marcel even faster. He's now very nearly into the 1 minute 8. I mean, this man is giving it absolutely all he's got, and it is just good enough, isn't it? That is really good in qualifying so far. In the Williams, we've got Streamboy in the chat. I'll be cooked by everybody, lol. Fair enough. I mean, these guys, there's a few guys in this league that are pretty quick, I've got to say. And especially if you put me in a car with these guys, it would not go well. I've been out of the car for way too long to compete with anybody of this level. But, you know, I've opened a new league for myself. Maybe if I opened a second tier, I could comment. If I could race in that, sorry. But the tier 1, I'm going to do my commentary in that, which is going to be very fun indeed. But here we go then. I'm guessing about 2 minutes to go, but I can't see at the moment as we've got the yellow flags. Caution in the second sector at the moment. It is the fastest middle sector for Nike, up by 2/10. This man is on a roll then here in qualifying. Here comes the McLaren. The sole McLaren so far in well, the only McLaren at the moment in qualifying is Harry Bob's game. Wasn't working very well, but he'll be back in the Grand Prix. The sole McLaren in qualifying through the wall of champions and towards the line as Floyd retires. Nike with the DRS. It's over the line. Can he take provisional pole? Nowhere near. He's 2/10 down, unfortunately, but still on the front row. And it's not a bad effort, is it, from the McLaren at the moment on the front row of the grid. What more could you ask for? It's a very, very good. Very, very good position then to be starting in for that man. Welcome along to the 12 of you in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, as the Grand Prix, not the Grand Prix, the qualifying session, sorry, makes its way to a close pretty soon. We are very, very nearly at the end as Drizzle has invalidated on this final lap around. Chuck Norris out there on the track. Nike, of course, on his in-lap. XJB is down on time. Coulson down on time as well. Taser is out on an outlap, sorry, at this moment in time. Marcel in the pit lane, but at the moment, it isn't looking like anybody can challenge him because he's pretty much a second, isn't he, really, ahead of second place. Very good indeed. Very, very good indeed. But, ladies and gentlemen, Marcel will finish on provisional pole here in qualifying at the moment. We'll see if he can take pole position, but at the moment qualifying isn't complete for everybody. Nike in the pit lane. Drizzle then is up by 200ths of a second on time. Can he maybe make any more improvement? At the moment, he's got a big gap between him and Nike in second. It's a 3/10 gap between him, but he has gone fastest in the middle sector. Don't forget that. I mean, this isn't a bad effort at all, as Nike says that he lost his rear in the last corner, unfortunately. But here we go, Drizzle to conclude our qualifying. He will head round and towards the line. It's third place for him. Has he found 3/10 of a second to take the front row of the grid? No, he hasn't. It's pretty close. It's 2/10 improvement, but not enough for him as Bramble to second place. 1.4 second improvement. What a time for the Aston Martin. Second place for Bramble. It's Nike in third. Drizzle 4. Floyd Pink will start in 5th. Chuck Norris 6. Marco 7. Taser 8. Coulson 9. And XJB in 10th position. Ladies and gentlemen, please can I just let you know once again, and please be listening, the Grand Prix, of course, is up next. Make sure you do not ready up once we get onto the grid. Do not ready up until you've been told. You can do so in the Discord. That would be much appreciated. We do not want to restart like we had last time. As here comes the qualifying results then. Marcel with a beautiful time in the Williams. I've got to say, 4/10 faster than Bramble. Bramble was very fast at the end, though, wasn't he? Second place there on the front row, joining Marcel. As Nike in third and Drizzle in 4. Then Floyd Pink on the third row, joined by Chuck Norris in 6th. Marco 7. Taser 8. Coulson 9. XJB in 10. Then it's Eagle 11. Harry Bob's starting from the very back of the grid. Dead last for the Grand Prix, but it's only 12th position. Can he pull off a last to first, ladies and gentlemen, in the Grand Prix here today? Well done, Marcel, mate. You did very, very well indeed. Good pole position there, mate. But yeah, welcome in everybody once again into the chat. Please don't ready up in the pit lane now, please. We would much appreciate that. So we'll just see if people do or not. But I'm going to keep my eye on the Discord because we'll know if they have, because there'll be a lot of anger in the general chat, of course. We start at 26 minutes past, everybody. To let you know, 26 minutes past is the start. If somebody clicks it, we will be restarting, but hopefully not. and we can get a very smooth one on the second round as well. I've got to say, if they do it, I've got to give it to DCD. The lads here, they've done very well to get that under control. And yeah, I mean, it's hopefully going to go well. But 8 people in the chat. I hope you're all ready for the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we've got no graphics anymore because I'm trying to give you a good quality stream. So at the moment, yeah, no graphics, but I hope this is all right for you. I think hopefully you favour the commentary with the graphics on the screen. So yeah, it should be all good for you. But this is good, isn't it? No one ready, and we're gonna go straight to the. We're gonna go straight to the 26 minutes past before we go. Stream is wicked, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think this is far better, isn't it, mate? To commentate the league with. And also, I've got to say, a much bigger showing in the chat as well. I think the highest we've had is 12, which is very nice. 12 people. I mean, you can't go wrong, can you? A bit of exposure for the league. So, very nice indeed. Thanks for being here, everybody. We really do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the Grand Prix, which is up next. Of course, like I've mentioned, 26 minutes past is the race start. Make sure you get yourself a drink. Make sure you get yourself ready before the Grand Prix, which is just up next, as we've got Finbop joining us. How you doing, mate? Welcome into the chat. Got a big race ahead of us, a 50% race. Please no one calls safety car until rain. Well, this is great, isn't it? Nobody's raising up, which is great. And the first week we've done it, I think. I don't know if any like Nike's there or not, but I think yeah, from now on, when people join, you just gotta. Well, I mean, oh my god, my voice is not going right. I mean, I can't even think straight. Yeah, from now on, when the new people join, of course, they've just got to be told, haven't they? They don't ready up, and it should all be kept under control from that. But this is brilliant, it really is. 26 minutes past then has came about. 11 people to watch this Grand Prix, which is going to unfold in a few moments' time. We are about to get going, ladies and gentlemen, for the race, which is just up next. The anticipation, you never know when it's going to come on for this Grand Prix. I've always got to be ready for this race start. Of course, we don't have the Grand Prix starting soon screen as well because no graphics. So I'm going to be here with you through all the breaks to have a nice chat. But if we have a chat like this and we have people in the stream chat and people watching like this, I mean, you can't go wrong, can you? But here we go. The formation lap begins then here in qualifying here for the Grand Prix for DCD for the second round here in Canada, and it's a Williams that will lead us away in this Grand Prix come next lap around. Then it's Bramble that will start in second place on the front row. Nike will be in third, then comes Drizzle in 4, Floyd Pink in 5, then Chuck Norris in 6, it's Marco 7, Taser 8, Carlson 9, XJB 10, EQ 11, and Harry Bob starting from dead last due to his game. But the formation lap is upon us. Grand Prix will be starting pretty soon. Cannot wait, ladies and gents. It's going to be a very nice race indeed for the second round. And of course, I'm doing your standings as well. So I'm going to get them done as soon as I can tonight, hopefully tonight, and I'll try and get them sent straight into the Discord so you guys have got your standings right after the race. I'll do that as fast as I can, so you guys can see whereabouts you are on the standings after the second round. That's nice to see, isn't it? So that's all good for you. Of course, there'll be the winners graphics as well, and the driver of the day, and everything else that comes with it, and that'll all get posted for you in the Discord. But here we go. Up towards the line, ladies and gentlemen. Marcel in the Williams is the man ahead then as we get going for this Grand Prix. in a few moments' time. Bramble lines up in second place, and here's raring to go. He is in that Alpine. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all lined up then. Everybody just get themselves right in the right position then. On the grid then here today in Canada. The second race then of this first season here for DCD is upon us, Canada. And it's lights out and away we go. Marcel, not with a good start, to be fair. Bramble with a beautiful one. He's already trying to overtake him into turn one, but Marcel manages to hold on to it through the first few corners. The Williams with a beautiful start now. He's pulled it back already, and that man is ahead. Bramble second place. It's Drizzle third, trying to keep Nike at bay behind. Behind that as well, 2x2 came the Ferrari and somebody else, I think. This is very nice, isn't it? From Marco, trying to get in on the action on Taser at the moment. Nothing too much going on between them. Through the first few corners we go with all the drivers. Lap 1 of 35, and Marcel will lead them away from Bramble second, then from Drizzle, Nike in 4, Floyd Pink 5, Chuck Norris then comes in 6, Taser 7, Marco in 8, Coulson 9, XJB 10, EJ 11, and Harry Bobs dead last at this moment in time, but nobody can catch the race leader at the moment. Bramble doing his best to catch him, but at the moment isn't enough to get through past him. As we head down now, the next corner is the Wall of Champions. Will anybody get caught out on the very first lap? You never know. They've had a bit of practice around here, of course, during qualifying a few moments to go. Will they be alright through the Grand Prix as well? They've got to do it 35 times. Hopefully they don't mess up doing it. Marcel's already messed up, and that is going to not benefit him at all. It's going to benefit Bramble, though, as Bramble down the inside, and the Alpine, for the first time this race, takes the lead away from Marcel, and the pole sitter has to sit in second place. Bramble now leading this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen, in the Alpine. What a move for him so far. Lap 2 of 35, the Alpine with a beautiful move, showing exactly why he's here and why he deserves that top spot at the moment. He's ahead at the moment, but how long for? As Harry Bobs now, on his last to first challenge, makes one move up through past Ejo, as Marcel now gets through back past the Alpine and takes back what is his. He wasn't very happy about that one, was he? And must have channeled all that anger, managed to take it right the way back through past him. Now the Mercedes looking for the move on Bramble. A big dive down the inside and makes contact with the Williams car then through the hairpin. That was a bit dangerous indeed, but he did kind of save it. It could have been worse than it was as we head down through towards the Wall of Champions. Now Taser and Floyd Pink as well behind. Nearly 3 abreast then going down into the Wall of Champions. It's 2x2. It's Drizzle takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Look at this behind as well. Chuck Norris and Taser side by side. It's Taser ahead in P5. Chuck Norris in 6. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my, this is lovely, isn't it? From these two drivers at the moment. And Drizzle is your race leader as Egio now gets a 3-second penalty. But I wasn't expecting the race lead go to Drizzle. That has come out of absolutely nowhere. Marcel, the pole sitter, couldn't do anything about that one. And the Mercedes just storming through to the lead of the Grand Prix. Bramble with a 3-second penalty this early on. Can't be good, can it? In third position, that's not going to help him at all as he does go fastest in the first sector though. Marco retires and a VSC is deployed. No full safety car for that one. It is just a VSC, ladies and gentlemen, so everybody will reduce their speeds in this session. Reducing speeds right the way down then to within the delta. As under the VSC, Drizzle is your race leader on lap 3 of 35. We've still got a hell of a lot of laps left then in this Grand Prix, but the laps do go very fast around here. They really do. Canada, you cannot beat it. What a beautiful track, and what racing we're getting in today. I've got to say, second round of DCD, give it up for these lads because they are doing an incredible job at making it fun and good to watch. I mean, hopefully they're having good fun out on the track today because this is good to commentate on. It really is. Here we go. The VSC should be going in pretty soon. We head down the main straight. Drizzle, of course, is your leader, and we'll see how long this happens for. Floyd Pink with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Someone else got one of them as well. That is not going to help one single bit, is it? As the front guy is still battling ahead at this moment in time. Drizzle a little bit further ahead than Marcel and Bramble at the moment. But Marcel doing his absolute best to try and catch up to Drizzle in the Mercedes. Can he maybe do it? He is only just a little bit behind. That little bit is 0.3 of a second. And of course, Bramble is there in P3s. Harry Bob's now with a 3-second penalty. A few penalties being put on the board then at the moment in the early stages. Not really what we'd like, but it is what it is at the moment. Ooh, Bramble catches the curve a bit there. He goes off a bit wide over the track. Cuts a bit of the corner. As it didn't open up for him. Taser now with a 3-second penalty. Many penalties coming up on your screen right now. Marcel trying to get the better of Drizzle, but at this time wasn't going to work for him once again. Now Nike is there in 4th position like he always has been. But can he maybe make it up towards Bramble? We'll see. There's a little bit of a gap between them. Lap 4 of 35 into the final 2 corners. The Wall of Champions he goes and into the main straight. Marcel, the pole sitter, to take back what is his rightfully. Down the inside, the Williams sends it and the hard work pays off. That is lovely for the Williams car. He is now leading the Canadian Grand Prix. It's Drizzle 2nd place now, fighting Bramble through into 2nd place now. Bramble goes, Drizzle drops down to 3rd, and now he's got Nike on his tail in the first few corners. This is brilliant. It really is. Not bad at all. Streamboy is a 10.7 decent at Canada. I mean, we've just had qualifying. I think we had one into the 1 minute 9. The rest was about 1 minute 10, so I'd say it's a decent time, mate. Not too bad at all, not too shabby. "30 laps to go then, ladies and gentlemen, in this Grand Prix. And we have had some really good racing so far from the front few guys. I've got to say, it's been very good indeed. To watch at the moment, and the 10 of you in the chat, I hope you're all enjoying this here today. I know a lot of you probably are the guys racing, so you won't be probably not listening to this, or if you are not fully focused, but I'm not fully focused, am I, of course, because Bramble went off the track and I didn't even see it. Nike with a 3-second penalty as well now. That is not great at all. Chuck Norris in 5th. Taser now, look at this speed from the Red Bull. Can he make a move on the Williams? Oh, that is just brilliant, wasn't it? But it isn't enough for him. He makes a bit of contact and drops back. But that was really fast from the Red Bull coming out of there. He's trying to catch up towards Chuck Norris, one of the league owners. Can Taser do his best to get through? It isn't looking like he can at the moment, but we'll just see, shall we? Oh, no, never mind. Taser, oh, awful corner from the Red Bull. Taser's going to take a bit of time to recover. That is Harry Bobs with a 3-second penalty. Wow. Right, lap 6 of 35. Marcel in the Williams, still leading. Floyd Pink with a 3-second penalty, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, more penalties coming in. At the moment, you can see a lot of people just got the 3. This one with the 6, though, which is Harry Bob's. But he is making up positions now. 9th position. He started at the back of the grid, though, P12. So you've got to give it to him. He's done pretty well so far to be where he is on the grid at the moment. And he's going to keep trying to push it then. He's up 3 positions. Here comes Nike into 3rd place. And he's gone ahead and done it on Drizzle. That man was leading this Grand Prix. Can he try and take back the position? It wasn't his to start with, but he took it. Now it's been taken away from him. Can he regain it through the next few laps? Maybe. Just possibly. He can do that on lap 7 of 35. This is going really fast, isn't it? It really is. Harry Bobs. Oh, the battle on Carlson as Egil gets a 3-second penalty. This is nice, though, isn't it? Harry Bobs into 8th position. He started at the back. He's going to push it as fast as he can. Do his absolute best to make his way through the pack, ladies and gentlemen. Here today, he'll do what he can. Just realised as well, the Jack Crossley Comms, Twitch logo is actually still Christmas, isn't it? That needs changing. My apologies, that will get changed soon. Here we go then, heading up towards the Wall of Champions for most of the drivers, or most of the drivers actually heading through the first corner now. Taser with a 3-second time on it, ladies and gentlemen, in the race so far. We've had a lot of penalties, haven't we, so far in the Grand Prix. As lap 8 of 35, Marcel is leading still in the Williams, and the man behind him of Brambles doing his absolute best to try and catch him at this moment in time. Still pushing on the backside. Look at this. This is incredibly close, isn't it, from these guys? Oh my, this is what we like to see indeed. Very close racing then from the men at the front. But how long will this carry on for? How long will it carry on for is the question. It'll be pretty exciting to see. Can he possibly get through past him now as they head down then towards the end of this lap? The Wall of Champions is next. Bramble is going to go for that lead, and he takes it into the lead of the Grand Prix. The Alpine is now at the top. That is what we like to see indeed. Very nice move. Oh, Nike. Big crash for Nike then into the barrier there. Also, Drizzle picking up damage. But wow, ladies and gentlemen, crash then at the back. Nike into the barrier. We've also just had Drizzle with a bit of wing damage there as well. The front right end plate is nowhere to be seen on his car as Marcel now retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. Oh, Bramble with a 3-second penalty, and into the wall goes that man. It's a VSC for the Williams car. That isn't what we like it at all, is it? As he now in 8th position is going to try and make his way back up. The full safety car has been deployed, everybody. I hate it when it says VSC because it's a full safety car. They need to sort this game out. Honest to God. But yes, safety car is deployed. As you can see it. Oh, you should be able to see it pretty soon. Going around, never mind. It is out there though, I promise you. Also, Streamboy, if you send the chat, mate. I've just looked. I didn't block. I don't think I did block you. Well, unless you've changed your Discord name, and I don't know what it is now. But the safety car is out, ladies and gentlemen. As everybody trying to catch up to each other now then at the moment on the grid. And then after that we'll get racing once again. Oh, how you doing, mate, in the chat? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. As we're sat on the safety car conditions then here in the Grand Prix so far. It's lap 11 of 35, and I've got to say it's gone very fast indeed for this race so far. It really has. But here in DCD, not a bad race so far. It's Carlson with a 10-second penalty. Big one, that is really big indeed for Carlson. Not what he wants at all. still a lot of people in the race. Yeah, there is. To be fair, 11 out of the 12 that we had. And so far, I've got to say, the racing, it's probably some of the best I've seen here in DCD. It's been really, really good, the racing so far. And they've got to keep this up because it is going to do them very, very well indeed. But XJB with a 10-second time penalty, that is going to really, really affect him. Is it going to rain later? Yeah, I've heard apparently it is going to rain later on. I'm not too sure when, but I think it is going to rain at some point. His pit stop's coming in. XJB in the pit lane now, getting them new tyres. Yeah, Streamboy, what's your Discord now? Because I looked and it said that I haven't blocked you. Hopefully safety car going in soon, ladies and gentlemen, and then we can get racing once again. Yeah, 11 people in here today at the moment. Safety car coming in at the end of this lap. 11 people is not a bad showing in the chat, so it's good to have you all here. It makes the race a lot better, of course. So I'm glad you're here today. But lap 12 then of 35. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get racing once again then, once this safety car goes in, and it will be lap 13 of 35 once we get going. Let's see what journey this restart takes us on, shall we? Because the first one was very fun indeed. But before we get going, make sure if you haven't already, pop JC Comms a quick cheeky follow. If you haven't already, you don't have to. But I think it... Actually, no, I don't know if it's going to do that anymore because I've not got graphics on. But normally it brings up a little notification on screen. But here we go. Let's go. Racing again. 10-second penalty for Egil. And Marcel with a 3 then on the grid as we get going once again. Here we go. Bramble leading this Grand Prix. It's Taser now in second place. Harry Bob's in third. The man that started at the back of the grid. Of course, he hasn't stopped yet. A lot of people behind have. He's still found himself up there at the front, though, so not bad effort for him at the moment. He is in third position. Behind that, following through, Drizzle trying to catch up towards Carlson into P4. He is right behind the difference is, can he make a overtake on him? He is looking very, very racy on the backside. Could we get an overtake from the Mercedes on the backside of the Ferrari? Here we go, the Merc, the Drizzle, who has led this Grand Prix earlier on, is going for fourth position on Carlson, the man that hasn't yet pitted. Behind, Marcel making his way through the order at the moment now into sixth. Trying to get Drizzle now into fifth. Here we go. The Williams pushing as much as he possibly can down towards the Wall of Champions. He's gaining on the Mercedes. Taser with a 3-second penalty. Carlson with a 3 as well. These penalties are huge today. Drizzle, the only driver with not a penalty at this moment in time. But lap 14 of 35. Sending it into the left-hander here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, turn 1. I've just seen a bit of rain. The rain is already starting. The rain is starting to pour now. The rain is coming down. The rain is pouring halfway through the race, or pretty much halfway through. It's down the inside. Drizzle, oh, in the background. Marcel, the man that has been doing so well, makes contact with Nike. Gives a big crash then in the middle of the track. Chuck Norris with a 10-second penalty. Marcel has lost his wing. That was big. That was a big crash. He crashes into the barrier there as well. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. I don't know if he's trying to retire or not. But wow, his whole wing is demolished. Big crash in the middle of the track, ladies and gentlemen, as Knight with a 3-second penalty. If he does try and kill himself, I don't know if he is or not. Probably not, never mind. But yeah, lap 14 of 35. Chuck Norris and Knight coming out of this corner at the same time. Knight with a bit of wing damage there, and also Chuck Norris as well has got some big wing damage. But maybe it worked out at the right time for them because the rain is starting to pour. They're going to make a decision to go on to the intermediate soon. I mean, it's not great for them, is it? They're going to have to put the inters on now, really, because then they're going to have to make another pit stop, surely. Never know, you never know. Here we go, into the pit lane. Yes, the inters are ready for one, and the inters are ready for the other as they wait to serve their penalty. And double stacking then going on for Marcel and Chuck Norris as Marcel retires. The man that was in such a good opportunity then to win the Grand Prix today, because he did very well indeed, is unfortunately not doing well because he's had to retire, but hopefully we see him back soon. Taser with a 10-second penalty then for speeding the pit lane. I mean, this is not good at all, is it, on penalties? We're picking up a lot of them at the moment here today, ladies and gentlemen. If you need my Discord, just look in the league server. I've just joined. Yeah, fair enough, mate. I've just added you on that. Whoa, where's he just spawned out of? Chuck Norris going through to P9 then. In this Grand Prix on lap 16 of 35. We are very much about halfway into this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 17 then of 35. We've lost Marcel, we've lost Marco, we've lost 2 M's then in this Grand Prix here today, and we are left with 10. So everybody's scoring points because, of course, these guys follow the normal points. Oh, it's Flight Pink off the track there. He's going to get ahead of the Ferrari. Doesn't look like it. Into 4th position now, dropping back. Harry Bob's into 4th if you can get through. Still on the hard compound tyres then. Them guys haven't yet pitted. Going around is Harry Bob's. As XJB finds his way through past him as well in this Grand Prix. So it isn't going well for Harry Bob's then as he spins around. And that isn't going to be a good thing at all, is it, for him? But 7 people then in the stream chat. I hope you're all doing well. The numbers decreased a little bit since the start of the race. We've had about 12 maximum, which was brilliant. So if you can maybe get the number back up, try your very best to get people in here. It's Carlson with a 10-second penalty. This is pretty bad now. We've got 26 seconds of penalties for Carlson then in this race. 13 for XJB, 19 for Taser, 16 for Ejid as well. I mean, it's not too good on penalties then at the moment, as we're on lap 18 now of the Grand Prix. So over halfway into this race. Oh, I'm feeling absolutely full of it today. Right, okay. Not too much going on around the track at the moment, everybody. I've got to say, nothing really happening. The race at the start was brilliant, but as it's progressed, nothing too much happening at the moment. Bramble first, Drizzle second, XJB in third. How is that going to change then in this Grand Prix? Is it going to change? Drizzle is one of the only guys then that hasn't pitted for the new tyres at the moment. And I'm not too sure when he's going to go in, but he's going to have to go in pretty soon because it's going to get a lot more wet out there. As you can already see, the hards are not working well for Drizzle. Very nearly into the barrier there, just keeps it out just about in this race. That was very close indeed, wasn't it, for that man? Just about kept it out. As DRS is disabled now in this race. But heading down towards the end of this lap for Drizzle, I'm pretty sure it's going to be some new tyres because of the light drizzle that is coming down at the moment. But yeah, if there's anyone here watching that isn't in the league, we have got a league invite in the stream chat. So if you would like to join DCD, be my guest. It is very, very good indeed to do your racing. It's a very, very nice league, and I think you thoroughly enjoy it. But 10 people to go then. 10 people left in this Grand Prix. There's 15 more laps before the end. And to be fair, we are not really that far away before we reach it. Only 15 to go before the end of the Grand Prix. Ejo with a 3-second penalty. I think we're going to get, I honestly think we're going to get a disqualification soon with somebody. But pit stops this come in and it let them decrease their penalty a little bit. As Bramble now with another 3-second penalty. That man now on 9. Drizzle is in second and he is doing so well. You can see how clean he is because he isn't getting any penalties so far. I don't know if he is going to get any during this race. You never know, do you? But at the moment he hasn't managed to pick any up and doing very, very well to not do so. In second place, the gap is 20 seconds between him and Bramble in first, and Bramble with 9 seconds of penalty, so the gap is really 11 seconds. So if either Drizzle can catch up, or Bramble can get some more penalties, that'll really help Drizzle to win this race. As XJP is in the pit lane. There was also a Ferrari waiting on the bend there. I think it was Carlson. I'm not too sure what he's doing. Oh, never mind. He is on the medium, so very much struggling out there on the track. Must have spun around. I don't know how he's even driving in these conditions on them tyres at the moment. He's very much struggling as Chuck Norris with a 3-second penalty. Yet again, another penalty on your screen as Chuck now retires from the session, entering the pit lane. But where is he? Carlson trying to limp his way around the track. This is going to be very challenging for him to try and get it back to the pit lane, but hopefully this man can do it without any severe crashes or anything like that. We'll see what he can do though as he heads around the hairpin in the Scuderia Ferrari and down then towards the main straight, but he'll be going into the pit lane to put on the brand new tyres because he hasn't got any of them yet and he very much does need them here today. There we go then. Coulson in P9 and into the pit lane. It's the intermediates on the car now with no wing damage, but they're going to sit and wait and they're going to send him out now. It's Floyd Pink with a 3-second time penalty. Even more coming in then at the moment as the biggest so far is 19 for Taser and the rest are 6s and 9s and 3s at the moment. That is definitely sure to change It's lap 22 of 35. Not too long at all to go. 13 laps before the end of this Grand Prix. Still a bit more time for racing action. XJB with the 3-second penalty now. Lots of them coming in as already Bramble is 12 laps into the Inters. That is crazy. He opted to go on them very early, and they very clearly worked out for him, didn't they? As Egil is on the full wet, so I'm not too sure why. Is it full wet? It doesn't look like it. But he's on the full wets then at the moment. Down at the back, maybe that's explaining something to us. I'm not too sure. But it's looking like Egil's struggling a little bit on them tyres out there today. 6 people in the stream chat as Kelsey gets a 3-second penalty now. Drizzle still the only man that has not yet picked one up. He's doing very well to not do so at the moment with 12 laps to go. And props to this man right here. Into the final corner then, Drizzle is 18 seconds now away from Bramble. Now 17, 15. Going down as Bramble in the pit lane. I didn't even realise. Can Drizzle make it? Pushing to the limit. He can't make it through. But it doesn't matter for him, does it? Because Bramble with a 9-second penalty. Drizzle's just going to stay within the 9, and then he's already going to go ahead and win that race. He has got nothing to worry about. He's all he's got to worry about is staying ahead of that time. There's Taser now with a 3-second penalty, and that will be huge for him. 22 seconds now. I believe if he gets 8 more, it will be a disqualification, but we'll see where that gets him. As you can see, the rain is properly pouring then down then here in Canada. The rain is coming down quite heavily now actually, as everybody opting for the Inters. We've got one driver opting for the full wet compound tyres. I'm not too sure if they're working out for him. Doesn't look like they are. Down in 8, he hasn't really been able to push as much as he'd like to. Ten laps to go in this Grand Prix. We are really getting ourselves down then towards the end. 10 laps more of this race and we are done. Here for DCD round 2. Taser being held in the pit lane as he serves a bit of his time penalty there in the Red Bull, and is on his way out now, coming down the pit lane, and will be on his way out of the pit lane in the second. Yeah, nothing too much going on at the moment. I mean, there is behind a little bit of a thing going on here. Maybe with XJB and Floyd not too far away from each other at the moment, and Nike is also there on the scene. Maybe the Haas can get through towards the Aston. He is right there on the backside. Could we finally get a bit of action for the first time in a while? The Haas car on the Aston Martin down towards the Wall of Champions in the wet conditions. The Haas is on the inside line. Can he push it through past the Aston? He can't. He can't break later than that and has to wait for the next given opportunity, which is there. He strikes. Floyd Pink hits the barrier and he gets double overtaken. Nike into fourth. It's Floyd now into fifth position as Nike dives down the inside. Nike takes the chance and he absolutely gets what he wanted. Third position is Nike's. He's on the podium at the moment. He has got penalties, but everyone else around him has got penalties as well. He has got 6. Everybody else around him has got 6. He's got nothing to worry about. Third position is most likely Nike's for now if he doesn't get overtaken. What a job that was for that man right there. Brilliant stuff. Lap 27 of 35 will be going around in a few moments' time to make it 28 and near the end of the Grand Prix. It isn't too far away now, ladies and gentlemen, before we reach the end, and it's looking like a drizzle win at the moment. But I've got to say, Bramble is pulling away, and the gap is now 8.2, 8.3. It's getting to worrying distances now, unless Bramble picked up any more penalties. But no, he's still on 9. So that means if Drizzle can't stay between the 9, which it isn't looking like he's been able to handle very well, it's looking like Bramble will still take that win then, even with the big penalty on his back. Let's see though which way it swings here in Canada. You never know, do you, for these guys as they cross the line. And Brambles makes it lap 28 of 35 in this Grand Prix. Bramble is so far ahead the rest of the pack. He's actually catching the guys behind at the moment, which is pretty crazy, I've got to say. Bramble has drove brilliantly. Drizzle is out of the winning threshold now, and at the moment isn't looking like it's going to go his way. And if he gets a penalty as well, that will stuff him even more. If he gets a penalty, he's absolutely done. And at the moment, it isn't looking like he is going to get what he wants for this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Drizzle is probably going to lose out on the win, and Bramble is most likely going to go and take it then here today. Nearly 10 seconds of a gap now between first and second place on your screen now. 10 seconds, lap 28 of 35, and wow, just wow, as the guys ahead have just started their 28th lap. Bramble will start his 29th. This man is in another league today. It's Harry Bobs with a 3-second penalty, even more penalties. But yeah, this man is in an absolute other league today with 6 more laps to go. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. He is driving brilliantly and absolutely staying ahead then of the opposition at the moment. He is driving the best I've seen today, and I mean, 10.8 seconds gap between first and second. You can't get better than that. Now 11 seconds. Nothing too much going on from the rest of the pack at the moment. I mean, Carlson is a little bit close to Egil, but at the moment nothing too much, nothing too shabby happening between them at the moment. But hopefully it can pick up before the end. It's normally good there as Egil goes around now and catching up with him is going to be Bramble pretty soon. So this man is coming round to lap. He is hunting down for prey. Can he take the take the blue flag and go through past the back markers? Let's see if he is fast enough to catch up towards them. Lap 13. Lap 30, sorry, of 35. 13 seconds between Bramble and Drizzle. Big gap indeed now between them at the moment, but Bramble has just drove superbly well today, leading this Grand Prix. No one would have guessed it. XJB with a 3-second penalty, the Ferrari going off there, and also the Red Bull as well with an awful corner. The rain is completely stopped. It's drying up out there on the track then towards the last few laps of this Grand Prix. Blue flags are shown as Bramble overtakes Carlson. He's going to get the Red Bull now of Taser, and he's into the where is he? He's overtook now. He's got to overtake Harry Bobs, which is next, I believe. That was very close indeed with Bramble and the Mercedes. Wow, as Taser with a 3-second penalty. Biggest penalty on your screen right now is Carlson with 22 seconds of penalties. Drizzle in the pit lane is going to go for the medium compound tyres. He is coming out now in second place. The gap's now 30 seconds between him and first, but he is not bothered at all because he's on the mediums. And I mean, I'm not sure what Bramble's going to do, but he has got 30 seconds. Drizzle now is going to try and do absolutely everything he can on these mediums, see if they work well for him on these somewhat drier conditions. If it is dry, we'll just have to see. Bramble, does he opt for the same strategy? Does he pit? Does he make a pit stop here in DCD, here in Canada? No, he doesn't. He continues on into the Wall of Champions. Very, very smooth then through them corners. And it now has a 34-second gap between first and second. So clearly the intermediates, the fatter tyres, still out there at the moment. But it'll only be for a few more laps, and I think they'll drop off. So we'll just see. But I think I appreciate Drizzle's strategy, to be fair. I think it's going to be a nice one to see, and we'll see if it pays off. Taser, P5, Floyd Pink in 6th. A bit of a position swap between them two just a moment ago. And Ego and Carlson now in the pit lane, getting on their new tyres. The soft compound tyres are coming out, and it should be the soft compound tyres for the guy behind as well, Carlson. Never mind, it's the mediums for him. Lap 32 of 35. Bramble into the lead still with 36.746 seconds ahead of Drizzle, who is on the intermediate, on the medium compound tyres, sorry, and doing what he can to get used to the track conditions. Of course, a little bit damp, a little bit moist, so he's struggling to keep the car completely straight and narrow on the track at the moment, but doing his absolute best to do so. We'll see though how well he handles it, because the gap's now 40 seconds, and Bramble's got a free pit stop now on the track, so if he does want to pit, it's completely free. But I mean, he's only got a few more laps to go. I think with 40-second gap, Bramble is going to be absolutely all good to go to the very end of the race on these tyres. It isn't looking like he's going to have any sort of thought about pitting. It's just going to be a race to the end as he hits the outside wall there. But this is it for Bramble then in this Grand Prix. He's just going to race till the end. No care in the world. Just racing to the end then, ladies and gentlemen, for this man, I think. And we'll see if he is able to take the win here today. Drizzle then over the line in second place. Then comes Nike, who will be over the line pretty soon. The next JB's 4, Taser's 5, Floyd Pink is 6, Harry Bob is 7, Egio is 8, and Carlson down in 9th position on the grid at the moment. But here we go, Bramble heading down then towards the end of this lap, and once he makes it towards the Wall of Champions, he will go through the Wall of Champions then to the right hand side and then to the left, very smooth inputs then on the wheel for him there. He makes his way out and through down the straight, and once he crosses this line, we'll be on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix here today. What a lovely feeling that is. Very much nearly at the end of this race, and unfortunately it has died down towards the end, but the start of the Grand Prix was very, very good indeed. It really was, and exciting to watch. So hopefully we can get more like that going into the next few races, because the second round here today was good on the whole. At the start of the Grand Prix was the best, but on the whole it was okay. As Drizzle now 44 seconds behind Bramble. Oh my, big gap on your screen then, as Drizzle just about only now starts his penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Bramble is very nearly finished. I mean, this is the gap between them now. It got a far bit bigger as we now watch the Alpine of Bramble make his way down towards the end of the racetrack then, and he will put us on the final lap of the Grand Prix as he heads onto the Aramco signage there on the track here in Canada, pushing it to the absolute limits. The car is on rails. Bramble with a 3-second penalty. He's not going to mean anything now. He doesn't even care anymore. He is absolutely fine here today, because Bramble in the Alpine has drove phenomenally. He's ahead at the moment. There's 45.868 seconds gap between him and Drizzle at this moment in time. Bramble now with a even bigger penalty. I think it'll be 12 seconds of penalties now for him on the grid today. But does it matter? No, it doesn't then, because he's stayed out. He's proved everybody wrong. Drizzle is 45 seconds behind. And Bramble trying his absolute best to keep the car grippy and keep it sticking on the track then without any issue, because this man wants to get to the end, and of course he wants to get this race win. He heads into the final third of the track, and what a brilliant race, I've got to say. Perfectly executed for this Mercedes on your screen, this Alpine, sorry, on your screen. He's done very well indeed, he really has. You've got to give it to him. Heading down towards the Wall of Champions. He knows he's won it, and for the second round of DCD, ladies and gentlemen, the Alpine of Bramble will head towards the line, and with a 45-second gap, he takes the win in Canada. It'll be Drizzle 44 seconds ahead to cross the line, but wow. wow. Big gap from Bramble, and a brilliant win for the Alpine then. That was lovely to watch at the end. Drizzle will take second as he heads up towards the line soon. Taser finishing 5, Floyd Pink in 6. Over the line for Drizzle, second place. Nike then will be next, as he will head down. As Bramble in the chat, 40 seconds. I know, mate, I can't believe that. Nike in third then, crosses the line, and he will take third position on the grid here today. Over the line for Nike, and it's a podium for him. Lovely stuff. XJB will cross the line. As over the line there finishes the Haas car, and he finishes in fourth position then. Here today. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for your Grand Prix in DCD. It's been a very nice day. It's been a very nice evening of racing. I hope you've enjoyed, everybody. It's been quite fun indeed. But here we go. Finishing results coming up in a few moments' time. Your winning celebrations. But here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. The finishing results for the Canadian Grand Prix. Bramble in the Alpine taking the win then from Drizzle, scoring himself 26 points with the fastest lap as well. Drizzle then in the Mercedes takes second place from Nike in third, then XJB in 4, then it is Taser in 5th position, followed by Floyd Pink in 6th. Then it is Harry Bobs in 7, Colson 8, EQ 9, and the rest of the drivers have retired from the race, ladies and gents. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. That is it from me then, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I hope everybody, the 9 people in the chat, still here. I hope you've really, really enjoyed it. It's been very good. The first half of the race was class, and that is what we need from you lot. Also, very well done for not readying up then, going into the Grand Prix. It was great. It's been a lovely evening of racing, and I'll see you all next Friday. Have a lovely night.